Hello everybody, this is Toys R Us, and for this special figure showcase and review we're going to be looking at none other than the 2007 Leader Class Optimus Prime figure from, of course, the first live action movie. So I'm going to do my very best to show you him in both of his modes. Now this figure is huge. I'm going to give you some size comparisons between this Leader Class figure and some of the ones that come out today. I'm lucky enough to have a couple of sealed examples so we can have a look at how he came packaged in his standards box and in his limited edition Costco box as well. Now, because this figure, again, unbelievably is about 17 years old, I'm also going to show you things that you need to be aware of if you have to purchase one for yourself. Now, I have to confess that the reason this has taken so long is because I cannot find his blue missile anywhere, but I've got one it'll do just for the purpose of this video. So before we get started, I'd like to remind anybody who's not subscribed to the channel, if you'd like to hit that subscribe button for me now, please, because it really will help me out. Right, where do we start with this guy? Let's be honest, this is a really good toy, and I think, in all honesty, it is where a lot of people, a lot of subscribers, a lot of YouTubers, one of the main reasons that it started, I suppose, them off into collecting of these simply amazing figures. Now, again, unfortunately, I haven't changed the batteries. I don't know if it works, but the automorph technology, which was the huge gimmick at this time, it does still work, but it hasn't got the sound effects. So what you would do is you pull this down and it would pop up, and then his chest and everything would light up. Now, as I was saying at the beginning, this is a giant Leader Class figure, and I suppose just to prove it, I've just had a new influx of a few new figures to come in. So there is that particular box. There is a Tiger Hawk, and oh, you can't see, the Leader Class box has got another good, 2-3 inches on top of that, especially if you're considering that Tiger Hawk is only going up to there. I've got some actual more physical examples just to quickly show you. I know this is, I suppose, something that's been talked about quite a bit on YouTube way before I even started. But a full head and shoulders taller than I suppose modern day Leader Class, and also the the weight, it's just non-comparable, to be fair. Now, granted, there's more articulation in these, which we're going to have a quick look at now, but even though this figure, as I say, 17 years old, it is so good. The head sculpt is lovely. It does spin around, it doesn't look up and down, it moves a little bit like that, but that is due to transformation. Everything's pretty much on ratchets. You can move the shoulder joints there. This will sort of swing out. It is mainly for transformation purposes, but it will swing out. You've got a swivel here, you can see just at the top of the bicep. You've got bicep flexion. The fingers open and close. The index one moves, the thumb moves. There's no wrist articulation. Same on this side. With regards to waist, let's see, I can't remember this figure. Nope, there's definitely no waist articulation. I don't want to snap that in half. The legs, again, huge ratchets. They'll click up and click down. There's a knee bend, again, on ratchets, and then the heel sprue, tilt, rock, etc. is sort of there, but it's just, if I've got to be completely honest, it's a bit of a pain. Unbelievably as well, one thing to be aware of with this figure, it has rubber tires, so that is something to, I suppose, to start looking out for, because for anybody who collects Generation 1, they will now know that, of course, rubber perishes away. Now, this can sometimes as well, or maybe it's just me because I've not really had him out in ages, I was going to say it can be quite hard to balance due to the huge back kibble. You can have these down or you can have these folded up, but they won't really move anywhere else. I've had a look at the figures that are packaged in the box, and they've just got them both up like that. You can see there just behind. It doesn't look too bad. It is just a huge, big, chunky figure, and again, it is quite fun. You've got these here which can move. You've got the shoulder panels which can move. You've got this brilliant little gimmick here where you bring this out. This brings out an additional weapon, but what the main purpose of this is, it's going to enable that little tab there to tab onto your giant weapon. As I say, I've got no blue bullets, but this is pretty much exactly the same. They don't really launch due to health and safety. They've taken them out, but that gives you an idea. And if I can just show you, there's the cutout. Let's just quickly attach this. See it there across the bottom? So if I lift that up, click that into place. Oh, There we go. That would be how he wielded his gun, which again is pretty cool. I do like the fact that you've got that there. And of course, the good thing is as well, if you lose this, or if you do lose the weapon, you can still do this. It just spins, or you just get this, fold it back out and in, so you've still got a weapon if he's actually got no accessories. There's quite a bit of kibble at the back. It is a big toy, and I'm pretty sure there's batteries. I can't remember exactly where they go, but I do know that there's batteries in here somewhere. I probably should have had a quick look before I started this, to be honest. If I bring out one of the other ones that I've got, this isn't in the greatest condition, to be fair. This is in this alternate mode. You could see you'd press here, it makes some sound effects as well. So the reason why I've got this one is A, to show you the alternate mode, but B, to give you ideas of things that you need to be looking out for, as I say, if you're after one yourself. Smokestacks damaged, pretty much most of them, to be fair. Missing the shoulder pads, which again are on this other one there, but they are missing from there. These can be damaged as well. These also fold up on the side. The tires, as I've already said, can perish, and sometimes you get this being really loose. It can fall apart, it can not hold into position. That is, of course, for the transformation. Excuse me, but they can also just be that loose that it doesn't even really hold together. This one has had quite a bit of play with, as you can see, and it probably won't hold now, but that's totally my fault. Again, to give you an idea of size, what have I got here? There is the Jurassic Park truck that will fit on the back. These are just big figures, to be fair. They were a lot of fun, and it's crazy, as I say, to think how far we've come since this. Other things that you need to be aware of is there's obviously lots of screws. I'm lucky, although this is battered, it hasn't really corroded in any way, shape or form. Even though it didn't come with the trailer, there is a hole there to hitch it onto, which is interesting. I mean, can you imagine how big the trailer would have been with this? Right, let's move this down here. Let's have a look at this then. So this was the standard packaging for him. This is going to be really awkward. So there we go. He's sealed in there. He's got his good attachment. That is the transparent blue missile that I am, in fact, obviously missing. If we spin him round to the side, there we go. We've got, talking about the automorph there. And indeed, what else have we got here? If people want to read this, I'm going to bring that there. And then I'm also going to bring that there. Slide down like so you can read it in your own language. You can pause it at your own time, and then we've got an advert there on the back for Blackout as well, which of course at the time was only a Voyager. So this again is huge. So this is the standard, it's a Hasbro. There is of course ones in Japanese packaging. This one I believe was a Costco exclusive, so it comes with 2 Legends class figures. It comes in a cylinder tube, which looks great. Everything else on the back is exactly the same, like so. There's their extra value Legends figures. One other thing that I do want to show you quickly, if I can get it to fit on the screen, is this. Although it's the same mold basically, and the brilliant thing is that it's the Night Watch version, so exactly the same size, just completely different color scheme. Now, for those of you who don't collect G1 or don't know anything about Diaclone and the homages, this is a brilliant homage to the blue cab variant of Optimus Prime for his Diaclone version, which I suppose is now more commonly known as the blue cab with Ultra Magnus. But yeah, this is, they called him Night Watch. It's just a heavy redeco of the original mold. But yeah, nice little homage there. And again, I suppose I know I spoke to somebody about it today, they had no idea or couldn't really remember. So with regards, as I say, to this figure showcase, I hope it brought back some nice memories for you. I hope it helped you with regards to what you need to be looking out for if you're after one for yourself. And of course, that is the other, that's the main accessory, and you're looking for a blue, translucent blue, one of them. There you go, guys. Anyway, this is and was a quick look at the 2007, you can tell I'm used to reviewing G1, the 2007 generation, it's not generation, 2007 live action movie Optimus Prime. Even though that's funny and I've made a mistake, I'm still keeping it in. Let me know what you think in the comments, guys. Take care.